This is an excellent initiative by Advaitashram, Kolkata. And every person, young or old, should contribute to this in some way or the other. Swami Vivekananda is a role model for all. We say that he's a youth icon, but he can be a role model for everybody. Right from birth to death, Swami Vivekananda can be with us in everything. To start with, we always do experience sharing. What is Vivekananda's influence in my own life? I should say that the influence is ingrained from birth. The lullabies which my grandmother used to sing to us was Vivekananda's song which he wrote for his guru Sri Ramakrishna and which is sung as the Arati in temples today. At the end of the school final exam, we had a 6-month holiday after ISC. And when I asked my grandfather what I should do, he said, read the complete works of Swami Vivekananda. I was 16 years old and he had the original, the first edition of the complete works. That was so fortunate. In childhood, we heard stories from a Bengali book about the childhood of Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath or Naren or pet name Bile. So, Swamiji was there in every aspect of our life. As we grew up, the values which he tried to give were the values which were ingrained in us. When asked, who is an atheist? Swamiji does not give the conventional definition. It is only a Vivekananda who can say that I consider him an atheist who does not believe in himself. So, if you take Vivekananda as your role model, you get self-confidence, you get self-worth, you start believing in yourself. This is what our youngsters need today. They need things which they feel are relevant to them. If we teach them a lot of abstract philosophy, they cannot understand. For instance, when we talk about Advaita, which is also a part of this entire project, then we can give an example to the youngster who's so internet driven that Advaita is like the world wide web of all created beings. I'm linked not only to you, but to every plant, every tree, every stone and river, and every mountain. There is nothing which doesn't have the same energy which you and I have. Then Advaita starts making sense to them. In this way, if we can bring the ideas of Swamiji, his life, especially the incidents of his life, and try to inculcate the skills and values. Today in all schools and colleges, at every point, they're talking about soft skills. I was fortunate that with the help of UGC funding, I could do a project on this. And after that, I could conduct hundreds of workshops, maybe a few hundred, on how Swami Vivekananda and his Guru Sri Ramakrishna and Mother Sharada teach us soft skills by their words and experiences. If we can bring this into our curriculum, if we can bring this to the life of every youngster who's struggling for existence, I think Prabuddha and Vikasit will become a reality. This should have been a reality from 1947 had we taken as our foundation as our stronghold the character of Swami Vivekananda, his life, his words. But it is not too late now. We can always begin now. For instance, when we talk about change management, very important for us to be able to change. Now we are trying to change the youth of the country by saying that there are things which will benefit you, not necessarily which you think are beneficial. I remember meeting a person maybe around 40 years old recently who doesn't know about partition, who doesn't know that the country was fragmented, who doesn't know anything, educated person. I was shocked. As a teacher, as a professor in the university, we meet all kinds. I remember experiences where during the 150 years of Swami Vivekananda's birth, there were objections from certain groups in the university saying you cannot have a program on Vivekananda on the campus. We did many things, but certain things we could not do. These things happen. So we need to orient them, and that is what is change management. A rich man's son, Narendranath Datta, became suddenly poverty-stricken. A person who was so attached to his mother gave up his family life to become a sannyasi. But he did not give up his responsibility to the mother. He told his disciple, the Raja, to give some money so that the mother does not suffer. We find excellent examples of change management in the life of Vivekananda. And when he speaks at the Chicago Parliament, stands up and says, sisters and brothers, not gentlemen, not ladies and gentlemen, he brings about a change which we can see. Decision making, problem solving, these are skills which we teach. Time management. When Vivekananda was working so hard, giving so many lectures when he was not well, many people said, Swamiji, slow down, take care. Swamiji says, I have little time. I will not see my 40th year. Therefore, let me do something. But he also gave an assurance that for centuries to come, he will be with us. He is a voice without a form. We need not look at that picture, that form. We can look at the experiences and we can understand what it teaches us. We also have the ability, decision-making ability in the organization of this whole thing. Advaita Ashram, which is organizing this entire program of awakening the youth, making the youth enlightened. This was a dream of Swamiji. Unless he made the decision, unless he told Captain and Mrs. Seviers to come and set up this ashram, it would have remained a dream. Many of us have dreams. We set high goals, but we don't fulfill. Look at this young man fulfilling such huge dreams. The Ramakrishna Math and Mission, which benefits millions every minute, that is also a decision which he made. And he said that nobody believes me except one person, and that is Holy Mother Sharda Devi, a so-called illiterate woman of the village, but so high, so capable in her abilities to think and interact and solve. You can see how many possibilities are there in this. Leadership. We consider Swami Vivekananda to be a global leader because when he went to the West, he was an unknown person. He was shivering in the cold under a tree. No house, no address, no identification. But in a minute, he established himself as the best speaker at that parliament, where people gave him a standing ovation, thousands and thousands. When he went to England, they said that he is the greatest speaker of the language. He speaks it as well, if not better than us. They were mother tongue speakers. So you want to learn English, since I'm an English teacher, I come back to it. In Hyderabad, we did this experiment using Swamiji's Science and Religion essay to teach English, to teach values, to teach ability to write and think. These are very important. If youth can do this, they can take up different aspects of Swamiji's life and work with Advaita Ashram in this project to bring exciting aspects of Swami Vivekananda into everyday life. That would be great. Today, Play Store is full of games, and those games occupy much of the time of many people. Can we not devise games using the words of Swami Vivekananda, his quotations? Can we not use his excellent vocabulary for learning new words, for playing crossword games? We can, because when we have constant exposure to the words of Swami Vivekananda, to his experiences, to his life, we will find that just like the rasgulla is, full of the juice, you can't see the juice, but it is there. The essence of that juice is there. That sweetness, that beneficial quality is Swami Vivekananda juice for us. We can imbibe it, we can keep it within us. From childhood, we had the training of Swami Ranganathanandaji. Individually, he would tell us how to become great. And he was not forcing us to learn anything about Swamiji. He was bringing out that natural, desire to learn, or natural curiosity which youngsters have in us. And that curiosity, the young Vivekananda, the modern Vivekananda, although he lived more than 100 years back, we find that still that is as new, as fresh, as contemporary, and as modern as any youth today requires. All we have to do is put that old wine into a new bottle. Today we have to put it in terms of the online, cyber, or internet, or World Wide Web, or connectivity which is digital. These are the terms we have to use, but we can repackage Swami Vivekananda to suit the needs of our youngsters. I feel that Advaita is something which they start feeling. When we have volunteers in our organizations, we find that they feel like a single unit. If we can spread it everywhere, then all these wars which are raging today, where people are trying to kill each other for ego, that will no longer remain. Advaita will prevail not only in the world, but as Swami Vivekananda said, India will become the leader of the world, where it will spread the message of Advaita, the message of empathy, the message of participation, that my physical form and your physical form might be two entities, but we are connected with a link that the scientist calls energy. The spiritual person will call it Advaita, but it is a reality. All of us feel that this is a reality. Swami Vivekananda's messages are endless. We can go on talking about it for hours and hours. Recently, for my YouTube channel, I used Vivekananda for learning English, how he learnt and how he became better. So everything which the youth requires is available in Swami Vivekananda. It is only up to the youth to get together and participate in bringing this message to every individual, so that there are no people in India and hopefully the other places also, where people looking at Swamiji's picture say, "Who is this?" Hearing Swamiji's words say, "I have never heard this. Who is this person?" We don't want that. We want an informed rising, becoming better. That information is embedded in the life and message of Swami Vivekananda. I hope Swamijis of Advaita Ashram, all the volunteers, succeed in this wonderful project, but I want thousands and thousands of youngsters to come together and not only listen to us who have, completed an entire lifetime, but frame ideas which will help people who are young like you, and where you take the flag of Vivekananda everywhere in the hearts of people and in the visible universe around us. Thank you and namaste.